You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Foley.
This week is What Do You Got?
What do you got?
What Do You Got is when one of us brings a topic to the table the other one doesn't know about. And this week's it's Tim's topic. And I don't know what it is. He said he needed some setup for it.
I did.
So,
A little bit of an embarrassing setup, but it is setup regardless.
GOMAD round 2?
It's time for some GOMAD.
What's that?
So back when I was 24 years old, I was this little skinny, scrawny man. I was 145 pounds, and I decided I was going to take my fitness to the next level. Didn't last very long, but my brother taught me of a diet that I had adhered to for that month. GOMAD, gallon of milk a day.
I know this.
Within that month, I gained roughly 20 pounds. Now, I definitely would not, disclaimers everywhere, I'm not a doctor, don't do this at home. If you do decide to go on a doctor, go on a diet first, blah, 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 blah.
No one's confusing us for doctors.
No. So, where the fuck was I going with this? I was 145 pounds at the time. So even if I gained 20 pounds of strict fat, I'd be a little fat, but I would by no means be obese. So I was okay with doing this diet. I am currently like 160. I want to be a clean 165. So I'm going to spend the next month first cutting as hard as I can. So I want to get down to 155. As close to 150 as possible, but realistically, 155 is doable within the next month.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do GOMAD again. I'm going to do a gallon of milk a day, every single day, and I'm going to because I'm a little heavier this round. I'm going to track where I'm at, hardcore, and I'm going to make sure whatever.
If you think that people with coronavirus need toilet paper,
dude, I've been there and done it.
Okay, so number one, just to get out of the way, is there anything I can do to talk you out of this?
No.
Okay, so I won't even try.
So a couple of reasons why I want to do this. One, the first time I did GOMAD, I was doing P90X at the same time, which I know it's not the best workout in the world. People give it a lot of flack, but for someone who doesn't know what they're doing, at the time, I could flail my arms around and be in better shape than what I was at.
It's exercise.
It's exercise, right? Yeah. But now I understand lifting on a different level. I'm by no means like a power lifter or like a gym rat or whatever, but I understand it better than I did. So I can at least have a better workout than I did back in those days. So I think the results are going to be a little bit better. Two, I do know the dangers that having a shitload of milk affects your body.
Yeah.
And they're all things that I'm not really afraid of.
It's a ton of sugar.
Yeah, but don't forget, it's a limited diet. Like, it lasts for a month. You could do
anything.
Yeah.
You could eat McDonald's probably going to come out with some adverse side effects with that.
Gallon of McDonald's
a day. Just throw chopped meat and buns in a burger.
diet.
Ugh.
It would still be called GOMAD.
Yeah. So, okay, I think my brother might have done this back in the day. He lasted like a week.
And that's where people Oh, the other reason why I love this so much.
That's where people start listening to their bodies and make healthy choices, like not doing it.
One, GOMAD made me more eager to work out. Not because I was eager to work out.
Because your body was shutting down.
But I would get to the end of the day, be like, I don't want to go fucking do this goddamn video. But in the back of my head, someone is saying, you just drank a gallon of milk. You got to go work out. Otherwise, you're drinking milk for no reason.
Okay.
So, and literally when GOMAD ended, I spent like another week on P90X, then didn't work out for like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. You went too hard in the paint. You went too hard in the paint.
Sure.
It's a basketball term.
Sure.
I think.
Sure.
It is.
I'm pretty sure it's a painting term.
No.
But yeah, so real quick, the whole prep work that I did. Oh, because people were giving me flack for this, I wrote like a little paper on why it was good and not bad. And in the paper, I gave like before and after pictures. So this is going to be super embarrassing, and don't make fun of me hard.
Oh, you have them?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So this was Tim Fulton at age 24.
Can I make fun of you?
At 145 pounds.
Can I make fun of you?
Just Just be gentle. This
Okay,
is
what's that face?
Shut up.
Okay. Okay.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
You couldn't have did a redo? No, go ahead.
And this was the after. This is, and I am by no means some strong man or whatever, but this is 1 month.
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of eager to get back into it. I'm obviously not lean. I'm not cut. I'm not any of those things, but I got significantly bigger in a way that made me appreciate myself more, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I love my
So,
body.
quick question. When
Shoot.
you were doing this,
Yeah.
would you say that you were working out just as hard before you were drinking the milk?
No, I can't remember, but I think I started both programs at the same time.
Okay.
This might have been a little bit after the fact, but I can't remember.
I'm trying to do like a little control thing here, right?
Okay.
So if people, when they start things, like they like to go all in, some people, and you kind of are one of those people, I think.
Yeah.
But so if you were just kind of plateauing, you're not really into the gym, this and the other thing, you're like, all right, I'm going to do the gallon of milk thing, and I'm going to really hit it hard in the gym. The gallon of milk definitely with the calorie intake, but you're also spending your time at the gym and doing your workouts as well.
Yeah.
So it's a mutual benefit that you're getting both.
I see
things.
where you're going with this.
Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to talk you out of it because you already made your mind up that you're going to do the milk thing too. But
Are you going to be pointing to these? Because I kind of want to take them down.
no, you can take them down.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, no, like it is. At the end of the day, if you don't do it and you don't go to the gym harder for whatever reason, you're not going to get the result. So that was a result. Whether it was because you were working out in the gym harder because of the milk, or whether it was because of the milk itself, there was a result from it.
I'm sure it was a mix of the two.
Yeah. I would probably say that there's healthier and easier ways to gain weight as far as what you're eating. Just making more, but there is something to be said with the simplistic nature of all I have to do is drink a gallon of milk a day.
Yeah. Because I know where you're going with this. Like, I could eat chicken and like
well, just a calorie intake, right?
It's all it is calorie intake, right?
Yeah.
So, and there are better ways to do it, but I don't cook. Like, I know that's stupid, and I know it comes down to like personal self-discipline and all that other things. But there is a level where self-discipline, if you know it's gonna fail you, at least to have like a starting point, like a launching point.
What do you mean? If you know it's gonna fail you?
I don't have faith in myself to cook myself an extra 2,000 calories a day.
So you don't have faith in your discipline?
Correct.
Okay.
I know I don't have discipline.
Well, even I'm gonna quote C.T. Fletcher here, who says, "You don't diet for the taste, motherfucker. You diet for the result."
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing with the gym.
Taking that out of account, if you're eating, say you eat, and this is strictly trying to bulk, if you're on like a very basic level,
yeah.
So you're eating your chicken, your broccoli, your white rice, or whatever the typical bodybuilder workout diet from when I used to go to the gym and read bodybuilding magazines. There's not a lot of calories in a lot of those things because they're very clean.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to bulk up, I mean, if you're going to be going to the extent of drinking a gallon of milk, all you got to do is just throw in some bad food in there. Just throw in some pasta with butter, some pieces of pizza. The problem, I think, with what you have is that, not that it's a problem, but it's just a matter of it's trying to figure out how to put these pieces together. And I think with you, it's like your schedule and whatever, it just makes it so that by the time you think about, oh shit, I got to eat, it's already 10 o'clock and you don't want to cook and it's too late and you're like, fuck, I don't feel like eating now.
Dude, I don't eat. Like, I ate at 1 o'clock today. It's currently what? 9:30. That's it.
Yeah, there is something to be said for
I've been awake since 2. I've had one meal.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, when they hear that, like, people are like bulking season, they get to eat whatever they want. A lot of people that don't work out a lot are like, oh, that's so, you must be, it's like, no, it kind of feels like a second job sometimes, because when you're trying to gain weight, you're almost force feeding yourself.
Yeah.
Because you need, weight gain, weight loss is basically caloric intake versus caloric outtake, like you're burning versus what you're intaking. So you have to constantly eat more calories than you're burning. you try to get them as healthy as possible, but healthy calories aren't usually higher in caloric intake than food that's bad for you, when you're eating. And it's also easier to eat crappy food than it is to eat good food.
Significantly.
Yeah. So I definitely understand why that would be an effective method, because you only have one thing to focus on: milk.
Yeah.
You just have to get that white shit to disappear in a day.
Plus, I'm also at a point where I'm not super lean or cut already. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not like this diet is going to ruin my body in some sort of catastrophic way. Like, it's not like I'm currently like with a 6-pack ripped. You know what I mean? Like,
You mean appearance wise?
yeah, appearance
Yeah.
wise.
Internally, you might start whacking your levels up and down with the sugar and the fat and all that stuff. But if
Yeah.
you're not used to it, because like you said, right now you don't really eat a lot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go from like not a lot of food to a lot of calories, and they're all gonna be liquid calories, which absorb better in your body for the most part. But yeah, I think I think in that way it is a simple way to kind of maybe kickstart it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also like anyone that's trying to gain muscle but like lose fat, short of taking drugs, it's very hard to do that. You can like
They're counterintuitive things.
you have to do it over a long period of time. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen very quickly. Now that's why they have bulking seasons. You're trying to gain a lot of
Yeah.
like if you gain 40 pounds, 8 of it might be muscle.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you lose the fat, and then now you have, say you keep 5 of that, and then you shift that to the next year, so you're 5 pounds heavier next year. Yeah, I'm interested to see how you do on this.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't want people to think I'm fucked up for eating the amount of eggs and all that
Dude.
stuff that I eat.
I was having a conversation with a woman at work about this, and she's like, "You're gonna what? Why?"
Yeah, what's crazy though is that if you really look at that, like if you keep your diet pretty clean, other than drinking a gallon of milk,
And that's what not sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt
no.
you, but you're supposed to have a normal, clean diet on top of this. So,
Oh.
like, if I'm going to be cutting ahead of time, which I am planning to do, knock on wood, if I'm going to be having between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day of clean food, I should still eat that
ooh,
and then have milk on top of
wow.
it.
Can you pull up the stats for a gallon of whole milk? I assume it's whole milk.
Yeah, whole milk. I think it's like 3,600 calories.
I just want to see what the stats are because I'm interested to see. Because most people say that that's crazy, but I mean, people that eat ice cream at night or a couple cookies, it's probably not too far off. Okay, so we have 8 servings, and this is a gallon. I thought there were 16 servings of milk in a gallon.
I have no idea how many cups are in a gallon.
I think 16.
This says half gallon, whatever.
And that's
shit. And that's
yeah,
8.
so
So it's 16.
Yeah, so 16 servings. So you have 11 grams of sugar, so it's 160 grams of sugar. Go back to the milk. Nope. Okay, so you got 11 grams of sugar, so around 160 grams of sugar, which isn't all that horrible.
It's not the worst, especially if I do manage to keep the rest of my diet relatively clean. I know
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot of calories.
Yeah, well, you're talking 1,600 plus 800, so 2,400.
Is that what it is? I
yeah.
just did the
150 times 16
Yeah, it's
is
20. It's 2,400 calories.
Yeah, so 2,400 so that's just that gallon of milk is over the the daily recommended diet of 2,000 calories a
Yeah,
day. You're getting a lot of cholesterol from it. The fat on top of that'll obviously make you gain weight. The fat and the carb mixture will definitely make, because it's like 160 grams of carbs too, right? 180 grams of carbs per gallon.
Yeah.
Which isn't like astronomically high. I mean, 2 pieces of bread, you're talking,
Yeah.
you
You want to hear a weird side effect of drinking this much milk?
what?
There's a lot of calcium in it, right? So you would think that you wouldn't have any bone density problems. Opposite. Apparently, if you get vitamin A in excess, it limits your bone's abilities to absorb calcium. So although you're getting more calcium in, you're not it's not actually affecting your bones. So if you're an elderly woman, I would not drink this because it would cause osteoporosis.
Yeah, you know what? That's interesting that you say that because I'm too dumb to remember all this shit.
Yeah. I
But-
did research this once upon a time, so I do know like the basics, and there are obvious dangers to this.
Yeah, but there's a lot of vitamins and minerals and enzymes and all this stuff where some of them your body won't absorb hardly any of it unless you take it with another kind of vitamin, mineral, or enzyme. And then there's also ones where if you take two at the same time, they both use the same receptors to get absorbed, and there's only a limited amount of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they have to split up. So if you're a nutritionist and you're like well up on this, you a lot of guys will not take the same vitamins at the same time because they're not getting the full thing. I'm too dumb to remember all what they are,
Yeah.
or even know them to begin with. But I know that there is a limited amount that you can absorb at a time, and there's some that you can't take together, and others that you should take together because it increases the rate at which you absorb them, and it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you get down to that level. But I'm like you; I'm too dumb to remember any of that stuff. Or
Yeah,
like
'cause
really think it through.
Most people think that I take 100 milligrams of vitamin A and I absorb 100 milligrams of vitamin
Yeah.
A. It doesn't work.
No,
like
that's
that.
why your piss is yellow. Like
Yeah.
if you take too many vitamins, that's why you're yellow.
Well, it dumps out the extra, but
Yeah.
even if you don't piss yellow, like even if you're not taking too much, like even if you're taking the right amount, your body still doesn't absorb that much.
Yeah.
It can only absorb so much. Like if you eat 300 grams of protein in a sitting, you're not absorbing 300 grams of protein. You're absorbing 50 if you're a bigger guy, over the course of whatever. I mean, obviously bigger people, it's all different, but
Everything's different.
there's a limit to all this shit. But there's a big bug behind this.
I think it's a ladybug.
It is a ladybug.
Oh, it's about to take off.
Good on you, ladybug. I think it's behind the screen.
It is behind the screen.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so yeah, so this is going to be interesting. What were the side effects that you had when you were? Can you remember
that I personally had,
that you personally had? Like, were you lethargic? Were you?
I was fine.
You were fine.
I was fine. I was not lethargic. I worked out every single day. Well, not every single day. I think the program was 6 days a week.
Okay.
With like an optional stretching day or something like that. I honestly, knock on wood, I had no issues round number one. Granted, I was a little bit younger. And I was super light at the time, but I didn't really have, it's not like I have, the fuck's it called? When you can't drink milk.
Oh, lactose intolerant.
Yeah, it's not like I was lactose intolerant or anything.
Okay.
My fart smelled. I was drinking like how much protein?
And they didn't before.
Yeah.
So
It's 124 grams of protein.
did you ever
128.
have trouble finishing it?
No.
No.
See, I am weird. I love milk.
That helps.
Yeah, people think that like this is going to be the hardest thing in the world. No, this is like I get to.
Oh, so you want to do that?
Oh no, this is like all my glory. The fact that
It's like 50-50. Half are working out, half because you just want to drink milk.
Oh God, yeah. The fact that this only lasts a month is the disheartening part. I absolutely love it.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm weird where part of me likes liquid more than I like eating food, if that makes any sort of sense. Like, I'm a weird ass dude. Like, I like milk more than I probably would say I like a cheeseburger. I need to eat food. Not that I don't like cheeseburgers, but like that might be an exaggerated one, but like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like a preferred.
yeah.
Yeah. I have that with weird stuff too, so you're not totally weird. And I also think part of mine, I think, is an association thing.
Yeah.
Like when I have eggs, everyone thinks I'm nuts for just having eggs. I don't have cheese on it. I don't put ketchup on it. I don't put anything on it. It's just a little bit of salt and pepper. But I prefer them that way. It's not hard for me to eat them that way.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to put cheese on them and eat them the same amount. It's just it's heavy and I feel lethargic after.
Yeah.
But part of me, I think my body is playing a trick where it's telling me that if you eat these plain, we're going to feel really good after. If you put other things on it, we're going to feel like shit. And I think that's partly why it tastes good to me. Because it used to take me a while to like eat that many eggs. And then after a while, like I can eat 10 eggs, and especially if I had like went a long time fasting, I could eat a dozen eggs like in 5 minutes. It takes me you see me eat.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And it doesn't fill me up. Like it's like a good amount of food.
Yeah.
I think it's an association thing. You might have the same thing with milk.
I guess maybe
Because I don't know if I could drink again. I might be slightly lactose intolerant though, but I don't know if I could drink a gallon of milk. I'm just trying to visualize it. I think that I would probably get to like the 3/4 or like 2/3 to halfway mark when I was just like, you know what, this isn't gonna end well, and just kind of put it back in the fridge.
You know, there were times I had trouble finishing it, not from like a I can't drink this standpoint, but from like a time standpoint. Like, you can't just bring a gallon of milk with you.
No, it goes bad.
No,
You need to bring a spoon too after a while.
So like there would be times where like I would have class or work or whatever it was, and then I wouldn't be able to do it there. So like I would only have like a 5-hour time frame.
Okay.
Real quick, one fast story, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
I have one more question for you after yours.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So real fast story. There was one time that I was going out with people. We were just hanging out in someone's house,
Yeah.
drinking and whatnot. So I never finished my milk, but I had to. But we were gonna be drinking, so I bought Kahlua, and I mixed them, and then I just had like this. The first half of my day was half a gallon of milk, and the second half of my day was a half a gallon of White Russian.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That made my stomach start to hurt. Thinking about that, I don't. Milk and booze do not.
They don't
go together.
They don't.
They don't at all. I don't know what. Like I think I
was
might have
stupid.
had a White Russian. It's one of those drinks. Like it's like a mimosa.
Yeah.
Or champagne. Like it's good for one. That's it. One. The question I wanted to ask you is, when you're doing the gallon of milk a day, you said you're supposed to eat your regular food.
Yes.
Do you, if there's something that has to go, whether it's a time based, whether it's I just can't eat anymore, what goes? Does the food take a back seat, or does the milk take the back seat?
I'm stupid, so I'm gonna say the food takes a back seat, but I know that the correct answer should probably be the milk.
So according to the GOMAD diet, if there's something that needs to be cut out, it should be the milk, not your regular food.
I don't know that.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know that.
Okay.
I never had a problem with it. I never had to cut anything out.
So you still ate your regular food plus the milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see if I can keep it up.
Yeah.
This starts in roughly a month. I'm gonna wait till the end of tax season, whenever that will be.
I might get like sick watching you drink that much milk.
Get ready, because Saturdays you're gonna have to watch me drink basically the whole thing.
I'm going to have you spray paint the outside of the milk thing black or something, so I just pretend you're drinking
Dude.
water.
My dad, he not that he disapproved of this, but his favorite part of this entire thing when I was younger, when I was doing this, was that I was too embarrassed to buy gallons of milk from the same store over and over again.
Why?
Because I'm weird. So I would rotate where I bought milk from.
That is so stupid. Who gets embarrassed about buying milk?
Dude, who goes to the store like 4 times a week to buy 2 gallons of milk at a time?
I buy 30 dozen eggs at a time.
Yeah, but you're weird. We all talk about you behind your back.
I probably.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, let me know in the comments down below how stupid I am. Please don't follow me on this diet. It's a terrible, terrible decision. I'm not kidding.
Just vomit videos coming in.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can see if I make it or if I die along the way. Go to brodownpro.com. Get some of our Brodown merch so I can afford to do something smarter with my time.
Yeah.
And we will catch you guys next time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.